Hello, I'm Renee, and this is my first video. So I was asked by a lot of our friends that we RV with and family and other friends that don't RV if I would start teaching some of the stuff I do, because I've been a scratch cook my whole life and I guess I've taken it for granted. So it's time for me to share a little bit, because we don't eat out. I like real cooked food at home, and it's less expensive anyway. So I'll teach you what all you need to have first, and then I'll show you how to mix it all up. But you'll start off with a frozen stick of butter, and you'll grate it up. This is it, and it's still frozen. I have a cup of milk. There's no sense in having buttermilk and regular milk. I just use regular milk and put a tablespoon of white vinegar in it, set it aside. It makes buttermilk in just a few minutes. 2 cups of flour, 2 tablespoons of sugar, 1 tablespoon of salt, and 2.5, I said tablespoon, 1 teaspoon of salt, and 2.5 teaspoons of baking powder. Now, I usually go ahead and pre-mix all my dry ingredients, put it in a bag, and put it in the pantry, so I've already got that when I need it. I'll also grate up butter, put it in bags so I'll have it when I need it. And of course the milk, that doesn't take but a few minutes. So these are the ingredients, and I use a round cake pan. It fits inside here really well. If I was home, I'd use a iron skillet, but this works very well in the convection oven. So I just mix the milk. I just said milk. What's wrong with me? Anyway, I mix the 2 cups of flour, and then I've already measured up all of these, which is 2 tablespoons, 1 teaspoon, 2.5 teaspoons. So there you go. Mix all that up. Now, I've already washed my hands because I use my hands, and so I scrub around my nails, the whole 9 yards, because I like to be clean. My mom always taught me, you may not be able to help being poor, but you can help being dirty, so you stay clean. So I do. Okay, so I mix all of these dry ingredients, and I'll just use my hands to kind of turn them around and mix them up, get all of the sugar and salt and baking powder and flour all mixed up really well. Doesn't take but a second. And then I'll make a little bit of a hole there. Put the butter, and I'll mix the butter in through there to kind of make it look like cornmeal. Oh yeah, and by the way, my kids hate it when I tell them this, because when they call and they want to know how to make something, I'll say, first you make dishwater. So I should have told y'all that so my kids could get a kick out of it, but I always make dishwater and wash as I go. But I just mix all of this up to make it look like, sort of like cornmeal. You can see how the butter and the dry ingredients just kind of mix up. Again, we've got to make that little hole here with our hands, and then I pour the buttermilk in, and then you just start mixing it. I use my fingers like this first to kind of mix it around. I'm gonna fix this where you can see better, because you're not able to see what I'm doing. There we go. Okay. I know this is the boring part for you, but I'll just mix. Well, while I was mixing it up, my camera fell. So anyway, I've got it over here where you can see better anyway. But you don't over mix. Besides that, you miss the boring part anyway, where you just use your hands, kind of mix it around, swirl it around where all the wet and dry are mixed. Don't overwork it. It's very important with biscuits. Do not over butter it. Don't overwork it is what I meant to say. Lord. All right. Now, I've washed this, got it good and clean, and this is where I'm going to put my biscuits. I just flour a little surface. Lay the biscuits out. I'll just pat it down, fold, and fold. And I know it sounds silly doing all this folding. That's what kind of makes it fluffy and flaky and good. So then I will pat this down. And I have a biscuit cutter. You want it, I don't know, maybe, I don't know how thick that is. Maybe an inch thick. Because I like pretty good sized biscuits. And then I'll just cut them out. And I'll put them in my pan here, and I put them close together, well, so that you can get quite a few in there. Now I'll show you what I do with the leftovers in the middle. That's the good part. I will gather up all of the extra, make one great big biscuit and put it in the middle. That's the one I like. And if you have to go in and, you know, make more, because this is quite a bit here, there's enough room for me to put one more biscuit. If I place one here, put them kind of close, and then I'll put that other one in the middle. So there you go. I'll put it over here on the other side. And this one, I'll just kind of wad it up. Make a play-like biscuit. And I'll set it in the middle. And normally on a regular stove, I would preheat my oven to like 400. And with my iron skillet, I would preheat my oven, put all of this in, and then put it in the oven. But with the convection oven, I have found it's just kind of easy to just put it in there and then set, I'll show you, because I have this setting in there, and this is what I will put my pan on top of. I'll do the convection bake, and then I will turn it to the temperature I want, which the highest this thing will go is 425, and I will just push for it to preheat. This will preheat. I'm not going to bore you with all this. So what it's going to do is going to preheat, but those biscuits will be starting to rise. And so once this goes off, letting me know that it's reached its temperature, I'll open it, shut it, and then I'll just turn it to 15 minutes. And and just watch it, because it just depends. Sometimes it takes 10 minutes and they're perfect, because I don't like them too brown. I like them a little golden. And so I will set it for 15 minutes and just keep an eye on it. And I'll be back when the biscuits are done and I've got this mess cleaned up. Oh, and I was going to tell you a little bit too about when you're messing with the dough and all, and you've got it all on your hands, don't just go wash your hands. Just mix a little flour with it, and you'll, it kind of acts like an abrasive, and it will get all of that off of your hands. Then you go and wash them. Because if you try to wash them with all that funk all on your hands, it just makes a mess and takes forever to get your fingers clean. So use that. Bam, it's done. So anyway, I'll be back when the bread is ready. Okay, I'm about to take them out, and it's actually been about 10 minutes really. After I put them in there, I turned it on convection bake, and then set it on the highest temperature it would go and push start. Well, I let it stay in there, and it already starts cooking and rising. Once it lets me know it's reached the temperature, I open the door, I shut it. I just set it for 15 minutes out of habit, but I checked it. In 10 minutes it was ready. So I've got this fan on, and I'm sorry it's loud, but once I pull these biscuits out, they're just swimming in butter, and it takes a few minutes for them to absorb the butter back into the biscuits. So sometimes my alarm goes off, so I've got to have this fan on. So here we are, here's the biscuits. Oh, and there's that big funky one in the middle that I like. I'll go ahead and take it out. Well, it's a little hot. Hang on. And that way you can see it. Well, no, you can't see, can you? But I can taste. I don't have to have any butter on this because it has so much actually in it, and then it's over here now absorbing more of the butter that was in the pan. It's awesome. You try this, you do it, you will love it. You will never buy biscuits again. It's just too easy. It's silly not to make them yourself.